Hi, everyone. Welcome to Go Local live from the rooftop at the Providence G. I'm Go Local News Editor Kate Nagel. I'd like to thank Go Local regular, Go Local columnist Bob Whitcomb for joining us here on
Hello,
location.
Kate.
Thanks for joining us.
Nice to be here.
Your first time here.
Yes, that's right.
And quite the spot.
That I remember. I mean, who knows?
Well, the G is a hot spot here in Providence. We're going to have a very Providence-centric summertime show as we're going to do this summer Go on Location on Fridays. So thanks for joining us. Let's talk summer first.
Sure. So Summer in New England, very intense.
Intense.
Starts about now and closes up on Labor Day. You know, the best weather of the year is after Labor Day.
That is true. That September. I mean, summer really
September,
lasts
October. Dry. Kind of warm and dry during the day, cool at night. It's terrific. But America in general, New England in particular, has gotten into this pattern of start with Memorial Day. High summer is starts July 4th, and it all ends Labor Day.
So what's your summer plans? Do you have any secret spots that you like that you might want to share with us?
Well, I'm only out, in the ACI in brief stretches. They let me out to do my internship, so it's hard to tell. No, I think we have relatives on the Cape. Go to Cape Cod maybe a little bit. Probably I might go hiking a little bit in the White Mountains, so there's an off chance I might have to go to Europe on business, believe it or not. So, that stuff. Maybe eat more clams than usual.
But is there really no better place to be than New England in the summer?
No, it's great. In the summer,
why would anyone go anywhere else?
It's terrific in the summer. We have humid days, but there aren't that many of them.
Is it humid today? I can't tell.
Oh, God, we're absolutely soaked. I'm just going to wear my wetsuit on the air.
It is pretty humid here, but the good thing about the rooftop at the Providence G, we're sitting under an enclosure. You can see the backdrop. We were going to start outside, but summer in the city, you go with the flow. It's fun.
Well, it's very dramatic too. If there's a downpour, the pitter patter, the water pouring.
It could start raining any minute.
It would be like being inside an aquarium, something like that. No, summer in New England, the stuff you can do, and the stuff that's so close by, the coastline, which varies from the sandy parts in the southern New England up to Maine, the rocks, mountains just high enough to be interesting, architecture, old towns, beautiful college campuses. I mean, it's great.
Lots to do in the summertime. So let's what are we going to expect from you, from your column this weekend?
Well, I'll talk a little about the trade war, which I think is unfortunate because we're warring on our allies. And I think this is going to be another difficult thing for the West. Unfortunately, President Trump doesn't have the same sense of affiliation with the West that I think most Americans still do. Everything to him is transactional.
Yeah, it's been pretty controversial since this week.
Very
first
much
China,
so,
but then expanding.
But then he made a deal. He made a deal with this company that's engaging heavily in industrial espionage called ZTE. Made a deal with them. Nobody quite knows why. I did know Ivanka got some copyright protections from the Chinese government around the same time. So
it is
who knows? It's intriguing. So obviously the trade thing is, I don't think it'll have an immediate impact on the U.S. economy, which is still very well. The unemployment rate went down a little bit more. More jobs are added. I think we're near the top. John Chesto of the Boston Globe noted that the last time things were this good was right before the dot-com implosion in 2000. So
is everyone taking this with a grain of salt, with a little bated breath of when's the shoe?
Everything ends. Things get overextended. We have huge debt in America, just spiraling debt, which you have to worry about, which gets into some other issues such as the Paw Sox situation, the latest financing deal. What happens if the city of Pawtucket can't pay off the bonds?
Well, that's the million. Several $100 million question.
Can't pay off the bonds, so the economy goes south, or maybe minor league baseball isn't as popular as.
So, what do you think of this new plan? They had the finance hearing last night, looking to again shift the responsibility to Pawtucket, but at a bond rating that's going to cost more in the long run.
See, the trouble is, at the end of the day, you can't shift responsibility because Pawtucket's obviously in Rhode Island, and so far as the bond markets go, it's all part of the state of Rhode Island. They don't distinguish.
So it's not like a shell game like Pawtucket.
Well, if something goes wrong with a municipality in Rhode Island, it affects the state bond rating.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, we are in the 11th hour of the assembly session. We're into June now.
It looks like it will probably pass at the moment, and I think the governor would sign it. And certainly if it does pass, we hope this thing works. But I think with the uncertain outlook for the future of minor league baseball, even baseball in general, and the perhaps excessive hopes that there'll be so much development around the stadium, retail development in the age of Amazon, doesn't seem like a sure bet.
Well, keeping an eye on Amazon, certainly, to see if they end up going to Boston. But we can't not have you here without talking about the Roseanne brouhaha.
Yeah, and I mean, Roseanne is an oaf. She is a racist. She's a pretty pathetic character, but she's got her avid following, and everybody forget ABC hired her because she's a racist and she says outrageous things. And this would energize a lot of people, tens of millions of people out there who love Roseanne.
And what about the flip side? Everyone's talking about Samantha Bee.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, that's not the same thing. Everybody knows who Roseanne is. Not that many people know who Samantha Bee is. So it's
a little bit more this week after this.
Right.
This controversy.
And I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Fox is going to pick her up. Roseanne.
This will be interesting to say the least. Never a dull moment.
So I think it's an example of kind of the general debasement of American civic culture, which, by the way, I mentioned Bill Clinton's book tour, which has been the stop in Rhode Island has been canceled for lack of interest, which I was very happy to hear.
Bill's canceled, but Stormy Daniels is coming.
Okay, there you go. Okay. But I think the idea of a former president basically selling his position in the way of book tour to flog a book that was mostly written by James Patterson, the popular novelist, I think is really tacky. Buying a ticket to go hear the former president.
Well, it's not
head
happening
of state,
here in Providence,
but it's happening all over the country, and it just reminds me of what a special kind of tackiness that Bill Clinton brought to the White House.
Well, I expect maybe we'll see a little bit of that.
How about a little dignity for a change? I mean, anyway.
I expect we'll see that in your column this weekend. Well, I appreciate your coming on, talking a little summer, talking a little bit about the column as we do every week, catch up, then every Sunday we run, Bob.
And enjoy the summer. Get around. The 6 states of New England is you can see a lot in a short distance.
Well, we are looking forward to summer here and going on the road on Friday. So I appreciate you taking the time to come on today. I'll let you go off and we'll welcome our next guest here onto this. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to GoLocal live from the rooftop at the Providence G. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate Nagel. We'd like to thank Bob Whitcomb for coming on, GoLocal regular, to talk about summer in New England. Summer in Providence is a theme of today's show, and I'd like to welcome my next guest on, Ivan Juski with Haven Brothers.
Hi, Kate.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me on again.
I appreciate it because you've got a big weekend on tap.
Yeah, this Sunday. Tell everybody.
Tell everyone what this Sunday is.
Well, this Sunday we're celebrating our 125th anniversary. It's gonna be downtown Providence, right next to City Hall, and from 1 to 5, we're gonna have a couple of bands come down. We have the Detroit Rebellion from 1 to 3. And then the Big Nozzle Creatures will make an appearance around 3:30ish. And then after them, I have a band called Wicked Petty. They're
Tom Petty cover band?
Tom Petty cover band, yes.
So lots of music and great prices.
Yes, that's the main thing.
So tell folks what the prices are.
Well, we're gonna have prices all day long. Hot dogs, $1.50. French fries, $1.50. Burgers, $2, and shakes, $3 all day long.
To celebrate 125 years I mean, you've been with the company for a while. It's in your family. It's in your blood. Is it just the consistency? I mean, you talk about the hamburgers and the hot dogs. I mean, it's the tried and true of what Haven Brothers does best.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's what we do. So it's just very repetitious burgers. So we know how to make a good burger.
You know how to make a good burger. Have you ever ventured out of the comfort zone of your menu and tried new things?
I try new things here and there. Just to break it up, like specials. But pretty much everyone always goes back to the burgers and the hot dogs. That's what they want.
It's the
It's
staple.
summertime food
Yeah.
too. It's what 1 o'clock in the morning. All the grease just soaks in after you
Soaks
have
up the alcohol.
a few drinks here and there, and it's the perfect food.
So tell us from your time there, celebrating 125 this Sunday. It's just a Providence institution. It sounds like a family-friendly day.
Yeah, it'd be exciting. We're gonna have a raffle. Like a little package, type of thing. We're gonna give away, and for the first 100 customers, they get a piece of cake.
Yeah, a piece of cake.
We're gonna have a
It's
cake.
a big birthday party.
Exactly.
So I don't want to put you in the hot seat, but you are here in the hot seat. Are there any funny stories from your time with Haven Brothers, either customers or things that have happened? I mean, again,
there's so many. There's a lot that I can't say on camera.
I'm sure those are the late night ones.
There's a lot. Plus it gives you something. Like so a lot of people say like what happens in Vegas. It stays in Vegas.
What happens with the Haven Brothers?
So I try not to give out like a lot of stories, because it's a stigma. Oh, Haven Brothers. What's gonna happen tonight?
Who are you gonna see?
But the one thing I that did stand out. I remember years ago, a Ferrari actually they crashed in the back of my diner, and then. The owner actually they left it there. They left it with the keys in the car, in the cell phone, and then.
I'm assuming
so that was something.
Is this pre-Facebook? Because I would have.
Pre-Facebook, yeah. This is going back. I say probably like 15 years ago or so.
Left the keys in the Ferrari. Did they come back?
The police had to call them because they were calling their cell phone. So the police. They answered it and they were, talking to the guy and said, if you don't come down now, it's going to get towed. And it got towed.
Were you there when this happened?
I was there. I was working and I felt this shift. I'm like, what the? So I look out the window and, lo and behold, there's a red Ferrari.
Right under, like,
jammed right underneath. Yeah,
well, you can't miss it. It's right there next to City Hall. Unfortunately, things do happen. But believe Ivan, if you go late night to Haven Brothers, what happens at Haven Brothers stays at Haven Brothers. But what happens Sunday is great prices to celebrate 125 years with live music in the afternoon. Going to be a family-friendly day. Appreciate your coming on the special Providence show here at the rooftop at the Providence G. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kate. Thank you very much.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our next guest here live from the rooftop. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to GoLocal live from the rooftop at the Providence G. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate Nagel. I'd like to welcome my next guest in. Carlos Gonzalez with Mambo Patty has a very exciting event coming up this summer. Carlos, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a Providence-centric show with Providence fun. and not much more fun than trying to break a world record.
That is correct. I'm super excited about this opportunity where on June 8th, part of the PBD Fest celebration, we will break the Guinness World Record for the biggest bachata lesson in the world.
Okay, very confident that this is going to happen.
Yes.
Do we know what the level is we have to exceed to get there?
That is correct. So the goal is to exceed 372 couples.
Okay.
All right. So, and we have to be in sync, dancing at the same time for 5 minutes.
Excellent. So because you're looking to get the Guinness World Record, like, do you have someone from Guinness here, like,
that is correct,
with their stopwatch, with their, do people have to be all signed in?
That is correct. We didn't know it was such a big production to have this, to get this done. So we had to fly in a judge from the Guinness World Record, and then we have to have what they call stewards. So what they do is that they monitor about 25 couples at a time and make sure that no one is like out of sync, or otherwise you get disqualified.
There's so much to this, and I can't wait to really get into the nitty gritty. Where is this taking place?
It's going to be taken in downtown Providence. The location right now, we're still kind of playing around with it, but we'll have the location by tomorrow. Okay. And
when you have the exact location, you tell us, because we are getting the word out that we are going to break the bachata world record of all these couples. So, question for you: it's a lesson. Do you have to know how to bachata if you want to come participate?
You don't have to. So
someone like me who doesn't know how?
That is correct. We'll be fine.
So really encouraging everyone to come downtown on June 8th. What better way to highlight PBD Fest and all the best that Providence has to offer? How many folks have you heard from? I mean, you dance, you're in the dance community. You must have a lot of folks turning out.
Oh, yeah. So as we get closer to the date, more and more people are showing up. So right now we have a registration through our pbdfest.com website, where you can kind of register in to let people know that you're going to be participating. So far from what we checked yesterday, we have over 400 couples.
Wow. So the sign-ups look good, but you got to make sure you show up.
That is correct. And then, then we have, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a bunch of people that will just show up on the same day. So we're confident.
Sounds like a fun, big party. And as we know, in Providence, weather can turn on a dime.
Yes.
Is it still going to happen, rain or shine?
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine, baby.
You know, I think if it rains, like, it could even be more fun, right? Like,
why not?
You're like, I was there for that bachata world record.
That is correct.
But they put everyone's name in the Guinness Book of World Records.
I'm assuming so. I'm not too sure about that, but they should. I mean, who wouldn't want to be part of the Guinness World Record, right?
The Guinness Book of World Record. Well, tell folks a little bit more about yourself and Mambo Patty.
Yes, I'm the director and founder of Mambo Patty. We are now on our 9th year. We are located on 560 Middle Spring Avenue, and we are a dance company of Latin dance. So we teach everything from salsa, bachata. We also have kids programs that we host, and then we also host numerous events within the Latin culture.
Well, fantastic. Well, we're so excited for this bachata world record attempt. So, if people are like, oh, I can dance a little bit, like, could I learn if I showed up that day?
Correct. So this is the plan.
Okay.
This is the plan. So on June 8th, obviously traffic's going to be a little bit tricky.
Give yourself some time.
Give yourself some time. Correct. Maybe catch an Uber or Lyft. Maybe that be the best option. But come by 6 p.m., there should be a number of activities going on there. So in the location that we're going to be designated on, there's going to be live music, shows. There's just going to be food, beverages, the whole 9 yards. And then around 9 o'clock or so, that's when we're going to kind of gather everybody and say, okay, now we're going for this. But we do have a lesson prior to.
Okay. So it's not, I'm not going in cold.
Exactly. That is correct. So myself and my colleague, Martin Rivera, which is the person that assisting in this attempt, we're going to be doing a lesson for an hour or so. And this is kind of this is what we're doing. This is a choreography. And then once we're ready, let's go.
Okay, fantastic. And you've got the music all picked out?
Not yet. So right now we don't know yet. We are thinking most of it's gonna be live music.
Oh, do live music for it. Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah. So.
Well, we're so looking forward to this world record. I gotta find out if Providence has any world records.
That is a good question. That is a good question.
We'll have to go to some archivists or historians or look in the Guinness Book of World Records.
If they don't, now they will.
Yeah, putting Providence on the map for the bachata. We'll have more links to this tomorrow with all the things going on with PVD Fest. And I know you're so busy, so I appreciate you taking the time to come in live.
Thank you.
Carlos Gonzalez with Mambo Patty, June 8th, looking to break the world bachata record. We'll have all those links up for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our next guest here live from the rooftop at the Providence G. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to GoLocal Live from the rooftop at the Providence G. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate Nagel. I'd like to welcome in a familiar face, Martha Sheridan with the Providence Warwick CBD. Thanks for joining us today.
I'm happy to be here.
This is a spot you've been to many times before.
I have. It's a favorite for sure.
It's a great spot. As we were saying, we had some little weather issues, but weather is never a problem here as summertime is in full swing. And as we have told you, every Friday we're going to be going to a different location to showcase what's going on around the state. But speaking of showcasing with this Providence-centric show, the CVB just put together and released neighborhood guides. So really boiling it down, besides just downtown Providence, where the good food is, where the good dining is, where the good shopping is. Tell us a little bit about this brainchild. And gosh, it must have been a lot of legwork.
It was a lot of work. Actually, it took us a year to complete the project because there's a lot of content. So basically what we did is we developed 15 separate neighborhood guides that live on our website, goprovidence.com. And each neighborhood guide features places to shop, places to dine, and things to do. And we really got very hyper local with this. And we even included hot tips at the bottom from a local person. You know, here's my favorite thing to do. So there are 15 guides, which is a lot. You probably didn't know there are that many neighborhoods in our small little city, but all the way from, you know, Broad Street and Elmwood over to Wickenden Street and College Hill. So some really interesting gems. And the concept is, let's get people that are traditionally used to visiting Providence and staying downtown or the east side to explore what else the city has to offer.
Well, this sounds great. You know, visitors and locals, right? To get that sort of, well, I didn't know this was here. I didn't know that was there. But this really enables, as you said, visitors to branch out and see the gems that are around the entire city.
Absolutely. And it also allows residents to feel like, you know what, my neighborhood's pretty cool. And I think a visitor would like doing a few things here too. So it works both ways. And we're encouraging people to take a look at them and give us feedback if they have things that they'd like us to add. What did we miss? Okay, it's never a complete project. It's always something in play, and we want the feedback. We want you to post on social media, show us photos, and give us your input.
Excellent. Well, I'll tell you, I love when I travel, when I go places that I know someone there, because they know the inside scoop. This is almost like giving the visitor that person. Like, here's, you know, this has been vetted. You've got the inside local scoop. Here's your friend. Go.
Well, and it is, and also we're answering to the preferences of the traveler of today. So Airbnb obviously is exploding, where people, you know, rent rooms in a house or rent an apartment in a neighborhood versus staying in a large hotel. And, you know, quite frankly, hotels and Airbnbs can live side by side in this world of today. But that kind of fed a desire for visitors to want to know what's happening right here. So we're answering that need, and I have a feeling this is going to be very popular, not just with visitors. We want residents to look at it too.
How has the feedback been so far?
Great. Right now it's the highest visited section of our website.
Oh, fantastic.
So we're very excited about that, and we did a launch a couple of weeks ago, and the feedback's been great. We worked with the neighborhood associations in many instances to have them help us with some of the content, and we're really excited about it.
Excellent. Well, I'm just was so happy you were able to join us to be able to feature this, and we'll provide the links to that as well. But as I have you here, summer's kicking off. What's on the CVB's plate? What's coming to Providence this summer?
Well, PVD Fest that we just talked about, which we're very excited about. That's going to be a lot of fun. I hadn't known about the Guinness World Book of Records.
For the bachata!
So we're going to take a look at that. I'll see if I can find some other records for you. We've got Crave coming up at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. That's sponsored by CVS, which is a fantastic food tasting event. We've got some great conventions coming in this summer at the convention center. So we've got a lot of activities, some youth sporting events, some great professional groups coming in. So, you know, as I've said with you on many occasions, people think that Providence is somewhat sleepy in the summer because everyone's at the beach. And of course, Waterfire has a great schedule. They have a few in June and July, hoping to add one maybe for August. So the city will be alive this summer without question. And Pride, don't forget, our Pride Festival, largest in New England, and that'll be taking place in 2 weeks. So we've got PVD Fest next week, Pride the following weekend. So much to do. We're so excited.
So when I get folks in, I like to ask them, you know, what's your summer places? Where do you like to go, whether you're in the city or outside the city? Where can we find you on the weekend?
Well, I just did Waterfire last weekend, and that was fantastic. It was a great, amongst the 50,000 people, I can't believe we missed each other. So of course, I love doing Waterfire. I love coming to places like this and finding interesting spots. Farmers markets are always a big hit for me. I live in Southern Rhode Island, so spend a lot of time on Narrow River. I love Block Island. Newport, really, I'm kind of a why leave Rhode Island in the summer person, so I do it all.
Do it all.
Yeah.
And, we appreciate your coming in. It's before the weekend kicks off here, but that's why Fridays, lunchtime, Go Local is going to be on the road, bringing you the best of around Rhode Island. We kicked off in East Greenwich at Blueprint 5 with Jim Fortier. Here in Providence today, because there's just so much going on here in Providence. We look forward to seeing you on the road in the future. But we're going to be back in studio in just a little while. We're going to be with the Alex and Ani Lounge for some live music. So we look forward to seeing you. Again, want to thank Martha Sheridan,
thank you, my
Bob
pleasure.
Whitcomb, Carlos Gonzalez, Ivan Justi, all coming here today at the rooftop at the Providence G. We look forward to seeing you back in studio. I'm Go Local News Editor Kate Nagel.